Hello friends, and I hope you have a lovely Sunday. Today I have for you this cake with strawberries, mascarpone and Nutella, and I want to sweeten up a bit more your day. If you're here for the first time, my name is Dana and I'm gonna start today with a sponge cake. I have 3 eggs, 3 tablespoons of sugar, 3 tablespoons of flour, half a teaspoon of baking powder, a pinch of salt, and 1 tablespoon of sunflower oil. I'm gonna start mixing flour and baking powder, separate the eggs, add over the whites a pinch of salt, and start whisking them with my mixer at low speed in the beginning, increasing, and when they start to get white, start adding your sugar gradually and allow it to dissolve, and we're gonna have a lovely meringue. When the meringue is nice and shiny, as you can see, I'm gonna take it out from the mixer stand and use the whisk to incorporate the rest of the ingredients. And I have here the yolks, and I'm gonna add them in the meringue and incorporate them. Mix them up. Add 1 tablespoon of oil. I'm using sunflower oil, but you can definitely use any other vegetable oil. And incorporate dry ingredients. And this is pretty much it for this sponge cake. Nice and simple and easy. And now I'm gonna pour the batter in the cake form, and I try not to pour it all of it in one spot because I don't want a domed cake. And I'm gonna level it nicely in one single even layer using a spatula, and I'm gonna bake these in the oven. I have a convection oven. I do not preheat it because I'm trying to save up some electricity. I'm baking at 170 Celsius for about 15 minutes. My oven is a convection one with the fan on and in the middle of the rack. And you're gonna see the sponge cake comes out amazing. If you don't have an oven like this, bake it a bit longer, maybe 180 Celsius. Try to preheat your oven for a while, and at the end do the toothpick test to make sure that the sponge cake is nice and baked. And this is how it looks. And I'm gonna start right away with the strawberry filling. And for this I need 400 grams of strawberries. You can use fresh or frozen. You can use also raspberries if you prefer fresh or frozen. I'm gonna sweeten these with 100 grams of sugar, 200 milliliters of water I need, and 1 pack of vanilla pudding, and this has 40 grams. It's not instant pudding, it's the one that you have to cook on the stove. First I wash the fruits, and I'm gonna cut them in smaller pieces just because I want them to cook faster. Add sugar over them and half of the water, and put them on the stove for about 10 minutes. And when they're nice and soft, use immersion blender to smooth all of these up. You can also sift this mixture if you prefer, and if the seeds are bothering you, I just let them be as they are because the seeds didn't bother me at all. In a bowl I'm gonna mix the pudding powder with the rest of the water. and pour this over the strawberry mix and return it on the stove on low fire. Continue to stir it with a whisk until it's nice and thick. So when the whisk leaves traces in your filling is nice and ready, and I'm gonna pour it straight away over the sponge cake, and I will let it cool down like this over the sponge cake. I will level it nicely to cover all the surface of my cake. Smells delicious and has a really lovely color. While the cake is cooling down, I'm gonna make the filling with mascarpone and Nutella. And I have here 500 grams of mascarpone cheese, cold from the fridge, 400 grams of whipping cream, unsweetened one, 150 grams of powdered sugar, and about 2 tablespoons generous ones of Nutella. In the mixer bowl, I'm gonna pour whipping cream, and start whisking it with my mixer. When increased in volume, I will add powdered sugar and whisk it for a minute or so. Is not yet fully mixed, but it's fine like that, because you will see I will need to mix it again with the rest of the filling. So yeah, try not to over mix it, because we will end up with sweet butter. In another bowl, I'm gonna put now mascarpone. I have 2 containers, each of them 250 grams, so I will put both of them in the mixer bowl and mix this for a bit to soften it up, and add 2 tablespoons of Nutella. If you need from time to time, scrape the walls of the bowl to make sure that everything is well incorporated. And this filling will have a lovely taste, but also a really nice color. And you can definitely use this filling for other cakes as well. So I just scrape the bowl a bit and give it another stir. And now I will mix it with the whipping cream that we just made. So put all the cream, mascarpone with Nutella over the whipping cream. And give it a really good mixing for about a minute or so on high speed. And I put this filling in a piping bag. You can definitely just put it over the cake and level it with a spatula. I just want this cake to be nice and cute, so I use a piping bag and did a cute design on top of the cake. And I melted a bit of chocolate in a water bath and just drizzled over the cake. Put this cake now in the fridge until the second day. Needs time to set. So in the fridge. The second day I'm gonna take it out, remove the metal frame. And you can slice it and share it with your family and friends. It's absolutely delightful. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're gonna try the recipe and let me know in the comments your thoughts. And I will see you here next time with another recipe. Until then, find reasons to smile and have a great Sunday and an awesome week as well.